It's been great to kind of talk to Chris in these little live spot interviews that we do live from the show and be able to just talk about all things Elgato.
Yep.
Now, Chris, you have got a new feature that you wanted to showcase here that's at the show.
I did.
Yes.
This was launched earlier in the month. Really excited. But we have this guy, the Stream Deck lever. Just kidding. It was our April Fool's joke. Really fun. So our hardware engineers created this lever specifically for April Fools, and it turns your Stream Deck into a slot machine.
I think it's fun.
Let's see if we win. No winners. But this is a proof of concept that we have. Having some fun with it. Totally, it's a working device. We can pull it up actually here in Stream Deck. So Stream Deck plus lever. You see the slot machine, and then you see on the side here we have a spin action. So when you pull that lever down, it actually does fully work. So proof of concept, a little bit of an April Fool's joke, but people love it. People are coming to the booth, they're saying, can I have those files? How did you make it? I want it. I want to pull the lever to end my production. Just like pulling the power
That'd be kind of a good little wrap-up call. Like, let's wrap it up, guys. That's a wrap.
Exactly. All right, roll credits and the power goes down. But great talking point. You know, maybe in the future you'll see some of that stuff with a T-bar, or just going to showcase how we can integrate accessories into the Stream Deck Plus or any other Stream Deck for that matter. Okay. So yeah, great little talking point.
I love it.
And it's just fun to do.
It is. And I saw it on LinkedIn, so I saw the post you guys did. So I thought that was like, and the whole video, if anybody gets a chance, go check out the video online. It's a real hoot. So yeah, I enjoyed it.
A lot of people came by and they're like, I didn't think it was April Fool's until they were like, that's so cool. I need one. And they go, wait, it's April 1st. And then it hit them. But it is a real existing product.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Very innovative.
Yeah. So
Great.
I wanted to take you over here. This is kind of our new product desk. Okay. And so what we have here, the big guy, this is Stream Deck Plus XL. This launched early in March. The biggest Stream Deck we've ever created. So that's 36 keys, 6 dials. You still get everything you love about Stream Deck Plus. So you get the touch strip to swipe to different pages, but you really are... This is the ultimate broadcast controller. This combined with things like our brand new Wavelink 3.0 software gives you access to virtual faders. You see the levels going up and down. You have 6 dials to fine-tune your gain and your volume. It really is just the ultimate controller for broadcasting.
Oh, totally. When you guys came out with that, I was very excited. I mean, you have the first version of this.
Correct.
And obviously the second version is, I mean, not only with the button functions, but always with the dial controls and seeing some of the ideas that people come up with, even with Bitfocus or the companion type product tools to integrate with.
Yeah, and so, when we launched Stream Deck Plus, it was our first time kind of breaking the mold. We had Stream Deck Mark II, we had Stream Deck XL, Stream Deck Plus, touch strip, dials, 2 very new things to us. But the community and the user base took off with it. Now we have things like DaVinci Resolve profiles, Premiere profiles, Lightroom, Ableton. All those profiles can be used on Stream Deck Plus with the dials to fine tune it. And now that's been out for about a month and a half now, those profiles are being updated for the Stream Deck Plus XL. So if you want a one-stop shop Ableton controller, but you also do DaVinci Resolve or Premiere, with our smart profile system, you just open up that program and then your Stream Deck Plus XL can swap to that profile as well. So it's really, really cool. It's really powerful. I look at it and I'm just like, it's an amazing beast. I'm kind of awestruck by it.
I like it.
I think
it's exciting to see how that's kind of coming together and just, no, I am, and I'm excited to test it out in the future. Yeah, be able to check it out because I had somebody post. I saw a post from somebody else on the LinkedIn community, and they were using it to add some function control Blackmagic Studio cameras.
Sure.
Right, and just controlling the zoom and iris and different ideas that you would have in terms of a way of just controlling certain functions of the cameras in a production. And I'm like, that's a great idea. Yeah. Right, but you're seeing kind of people innovate, come up with different creative approaches. To your point. or editing or other application type use cases.
Whatever, Stream Deck, we've talked Stream Deck in the past.
Yeah.
It's kind of everywhere here at NAB. We love to see it. It is really the anything machine. If you need to control something or open something or close something or trigger something, Stream Deck can absolutely do it. They can handle it. So yeah, Stream Deck Plus XL, biggest Stream Deck we've ever made.
I love it. Yeah. I love it. So you've got the Stream Deck, the new version of this coming out now.
Yep.
One of the things you guys have talked about is the audio, which is a big update.
Yeah, so these are our two new audio devices. So we have Wave 3 Mark II and Wave XLR Mark II. These are our keystone audio devices. So, USB connectivity for your condenser microphones, and this is our XLR interface for your XLR mics. As you can see, a little bit different on the face versus the first iterations. You have this kind of very fluid, very reactive kind of gain bar that you can see there. So you can see when it's picking up. It's a little mesmerizing. I kind of get distracted by it when I'm talking into it.
Yeah,
because
I like that though.
With it instantly reacting to your voice, you can see how loud you are, if your mic's getting picked up. And then with the capacitive mute, which we kept on all the devices, it's that very clear, that very solid red line. You'll never mistake that you're muted ever again with that very clear color. But what's the big thing with these two new audio devices is the internals. So what we have inside each of both the Wave 3 Mark II and the Wave XLR Mark II is something we're calling Wave FX. It's a Wave FX processor. It kind of has three functions. The first is ClipGuard 2.0. So ClipGuard was something we launched with our original audio devices, and that was to make sure that you didn't clip. It ran two analog to digital chains, and then if you got too high, one of them would take over.
Okay.
So with this one, ClipGuard 2.0, we updated it. We upgraded it too. Now it is 3 analog to digital chains, and they all converge into one single 32-bit float connection or input. And so, and you'll see this. So if I'm tapping this, it's kind of learning, oh, that's loud. Whatever he's doing, he's tapping his mic, it's loud. I can even get a little loud here. Hello and welcome to NAB. And you can see it gets a little high, and then the other analog to digital chains take over. So it's really powerful. You'll never clip with these microphones. You can yell, you can scream. We have a video up on our YouTube of people using angle grinders next to the microphone.
Oh, wow.
Screaming into it, hitting things with drumsticks.
Yeah.
Just to show the power behind ClipGuard 2.0. And it's been great. Another feature of Wave FX processing is our onboard DSP effects. So onboard hardware effects, sorry.
Okay.
So on each of the devices, we have 5 audio effects built into the audio device that are controlled by the device itself. So we have a low cut filter, we have an expander, we have voice tune, which is kind of our little voice warmer a little bit. We have a compressor and an EQ all running on the device itself. And processed by the device. So before it even hits the CPU of the computer that you're using, those 5 effects are being processed by the device. So really cool, really powerful.
Yeah.
You can close wavelink. These hardware effects will stay on the device, so you can take it, you can move it, you can plug it into a different computer. You don't have to worry about, oh, I'm in the field or I'm running this. I need to install Wavelink and fine tune it.
Yeah.
Those features are saved right to the device and processed by the device itself.
And that I think is an exciting update that you guys did and added that feature on there.
Absolutely.
Because there's no doubt when people travel for podcasts or different streamers and think that, and they go to a different location. Nothing's more challenging than trying to make sure all your settings are loaded into it.
Exactly.
The way you would usually use it back at your home base.
100%.
Or in a studio.
100%. Yeah. And so I know we give you the toggles here, but if you want to go in and fine tune the EQ, we give you the ability to go in and do whatever you need to do with the EQ or the compressor or the expander. You can deep dive into that, save those settings to the hardware device, and then you're good to go. Because no one likes dialing in their voice after changing it. And we want to make it as easy as possible. We want to give you the voice that you want with a one-stop shop. You don't need to go and hunt for an EQ and download a compressor and download an EQ or an expander and then install those VSTs. you have those 5 right on the device.
I like that. I mean, that's just, even when I've done live streams and you go in there and you're always trying to kind of replicate the quality settings you want for your particular setup.
Yep.
And the room dynamics. And so I think having that consistency just brings down a lot of the stress level, right? And simplifies the process, to your point, right? And you're not having to go back and shuffle around.
For these, the content creators who this might be their first audio interface or their first, USB microphone, and they hear these podcasts or they see these streams and these people have these warm, bassy voices, and they're like, how can I get that? Well, now you can, right on the device.
Love it.
And then the last thing, real quick, we have our software, our effects as well. So with these VST audio effects, so we still have our voice focus effect, but you can go ahead and it's VST Insert is the name we call it. You can take those downloadable software VSTs, upload them onto this channel, and so if you want voice changers or you want to download, a vocoder for your voice and sound like Daft Punk, you upload them right to the hardware input channel, and then it's processed that way again. So you don't have to mess around with virtual microphones. You don't have to mess around with any other audio inputs. Like if you're using something like Voice Mod, Voice Mod goes right into here and it's processed on this channel. You don't have to worry about anything else.
Dude, I really want to get back after NAB.
Sure.
Is get to the point and actually talk to you, but mess around with us a little bit and actually get into it. Because I think when I saw this and as you talked through it, there's so many different ideas that come through your mind, right, and process. And to your point, for the creator that is just starting and wants to do their own podcast, whatever.
Absolutely.
A lot of us look at other types of podcast and doing that. So we need to be able to, we want to replicate the quality they do.
Sure.
But at the same time, we've got our own style and way we do things.
Absolutely, yeah. So, it's just important to remember that Elgato is here at NAB. We're in the broadcast industry. You see stream decks everywhere. But at our heart, we still cater to our consumers.
Absolutely.
We want our Twitch streamers, our YouTubers, our content creators to feel like they're being listened to. And these are the 2 audio devices that address everything they need.
I love it.
Yeah.
We kind of wrap up a little bit here in the booth here. Is there anything here at NAB that you guys are actually discussing or anything else?
Yeah, so we have one more product I want to show you guys. So behind us, we showcase the slot machine, but we have every single Stream Deck here against the wall. We have our Stream Deck Mark II, our Stream Deck Plus, our modules, our XL, and our studios, which we've covered in the past. But I have one over here that I just want to address. There's a gentleman here. Just wrap around here and we can talk hardware.
Absolutely.
So this is our Wave XLR Pro. This is a brand new, let's move these cards out of the way. This is a product that's releasing later on this year. And this is a kind of all-in-one dual input XLR box. So 2 XLR ins. We have 2 headphone outs, either 3.5 or 1/4 inch. But then we also have a USB aux in, we have a line in, and an additional line out. So this is pretty much what you see here. This is your podcast setup. Someone looking to do a podcast, looking to start one. We have the microphones, we have the mic arms, we have the kind of mixer box here, that if you want to call it that. We have the Wavelink software, which we showed over there, and we have the Stream Deck. We have your controller, we have your inputs, we have your mics, and we have the software all in one.
I think, people that are looking to try to get started in a setup, like we talked before, the first, people that are kind of just starting out as a creator. For those that, because of the popularity of podcasting, and so many people ask about, what should I go buy? Where should I start?
Where should I start?
And I think this is a great setup to kind of just get people kind of immersed into the process and start working through, to your point, right?
Yeah, because we've all seen the first time you see a mixer, and you see the 12 faders and you see the XLRs and there's all these buttons and you're like, I don't even know where to start. I know this XLR cable goes in this XLR slot, but that's kind of where you are. With the Wave XLR Pro, we give you the building blocks to start your podcast journey without it being too complicated. With easily accessible free software with Wavelink 3.0, which I do want to add, Wavelink 3.0, free for everyone. Do not need an Elgato microphone to use it.
That's a big one.
People at home.
That's a big one. If everybody catch that, everybody catches that. Nick, listen to Chris carefully.
It is completely free, Anyone can use it. Do not need an Elgato microphone, so try it today. It's free. Download it. Inputs, up to 10 inputs. 5 of those can be hardware, and then you can have additional software inputs, or you can have 1 microphone and 9 software inputs, and then 5 mixes, 5 outputs. So 1 for VODs, 1 for streams, 1 for recordings, 1 for Zoom calls. It's really easy.
Yeah. So I'm going to we're going to bring up a QR code here on screen that is actually going to be where you can scan that and you can link it to, it'll link you to Elgato.
Perfect.
So as Chris is talking about these items we've gone through today and talking through all these new solutions from the audio, the updates in terms of that, on that side, you can go to the Elgato website. If you scan that QR code, that'll link you directly there. And you can certainly do that. If you're here at the show, you can certainly stop by the booth.
Yep.
There's a couple more days here at NAB.
Absolutely.
And so you can stop by, visit Chris and the team.
Yep.
I know they'd be happy to show you through and kind of go through the products we've talked about today. And then additionally, as Chris has talked about with the Stream Deck,
absolutely,
they have the Stream Deck studios here. They have their broadcast.
The Stream Deck Plus XL, the brand new one.
They're all here.
We have our Galleon that we launched back in January, which is a full mechanical keyboard with a Stream Deck baked into it. So that was launched a couple months ago. So we have that here as well. So we have every iteration of Stream Deck that we've ever made here at NAB.
So that'll be good. And then the Bitfocus guys, I think, are here too, right?
They are, yeah. They're right around this pillar here.
Okay.
So they're covering their new button software that works fantastic with any Stream Deck, especially Stream Deck Studio. So if you're interested, if you are a current Bitfocus user, please make sure you check out Buttons. It's amazing.
So with that, I mean, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, JP. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, this has been great.